Welcome to Shaking the Table.
That's crazy. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that.
People love it. All right. So, welcome to another episode of Shaking the Table. My name is Wayne. This is my co-host Talisa.
What's up? What's up?
We What up? We are here to stir the pot, challenge the status quo, and bring you bold and unfiltered conversations to make you rethink things that you know about in the world of pets, like in the pet industry. We are two hardworking entrepreneurs, and have been for the past few years, 100% in our businesses. So we've seen things, we've done things, we've heard things, we've said things. Um, and all of these things, like we just like to talk about. Listen and join us on the debates. Definitely leave a comment below and your input because we would love to hear what you got to say as we tackle some of these tough questions and give a voice to different sides of the discussion because you need to know these things from different points of view. Grab your seat, hold on tight, let's shake things up. Drop one of the clues bombs for shaking the table.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right, there we go. What's up, Talisa?
Not too much, Wayne. Not too much. How you been? It's been a week.
It
How you-
has definitely been a week. No complaints. It's been busy, but not busy enough. But I won't complain about that. I'm just grateful that I was able to send some money to my landlord for rent.
The church
So
like,
that
hey man, rent is paid. Well, we coming up on another month now.
right, like I was able to send some money to him. Like, hey, this commercial rent is crazy. Okay. I'm grateful. I hadn't realized like I've really been in this space for almost 3 years now. For about three, no,
Congratulations.
3 years, almost 3 years now. Um, yeah, like, ooh, they've been putting up with me for a long time.
Living in Atlanta, working in Atlanta. That's expensive.
Right. It's 10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
I told you you
Nah,
should commute, but you just got to be in that city. Atlanta run
right.
through your veins for whatever reason.
It's easier. I can't justify these prices if I was living in Jonesboro. I would have to commute to probably like, I don't know, the perimeter, uh Brookhaven, uh Sandy
I don't hear
Springs,
nothing about
Marietta.
Brookhaven for the rest of
Huh?
my life. I said, I
Yeah.
don't want to hear nothing about Brookhaven for the rest of my life. Nothing. And
I
that's
don't
not
even want to
against
drive.
that's not against Brookhaven. I'm sick of hearing the
Traumatized.
word Brookhaven.
Just traumatized by the word Brookhaven. But that's another story for another episode. Ooh, child, I tell you. What are we talking about today? What mats your fur?
You know what, Wayne? I want more ideal clientele. That's what I want. I want more ideal clientele.
Okay,
I'm,
how do we get?
I'm gonna share a story, and I'm gonna share this story because the neighbor texted me this morning, so it was right on par with what I'm talking about right now.
Oh hell.
Um, this person does not follow me on social media, so I feel safe to share this.
Okay.
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 I had a client refer her neighbor to me. I groomed the dog, went groomed the dog, didn't have a problem. Came back with a volunteer groomer, high school student. She's learning. I informed her that she would be working with her dog.
Mhm.
Um, and the groom was not taking, it was taking longer than she would have liked,
Mhm.
obviously, because new people take a long time to do everything.
Mhm.
So she came out to the trailer. What's taking so long? Well, I told you I have someone new working on your Somebody new is touching my dog. If I had known that, well, I told you this. Did you think I was joking? You think I'm just out here just having casual conversations about stuff that ain't true? Like,
Mhm.
I told you the groom time will be longer. This is the horror should be working with you.
Right.
Did you think I was lying? So, she complained and complained about having somebody new work on her dog. And I'm like, you're still gonna get the quality that you expect because I intend to finish your dog. All she was
Yeah.
doing was bath, blow dry, detangle, and paw pads. She was doing
Gotcha.
paw pads and nails.
She's learning a lot.
Yeah. She's done really well with what she's gotten so far.
Yeah.
Um, but because paw pads and nails was something new to her, it's taking her a little longer to get it. That was her first day doing it.
Hmm.
Yeah, the client was not happy. What do I have to do to make sure that she's not working on my dog again? Don't book on a Saturday. Straight up. But that's the only day
So
I'm
wait,
available. I don't know what
what?
to tell you, ma'am.
So she made so all right. So not only are these people asking you when are you going to start training other people, but then they're complaining about the time that it takes to train somebody else. And then she's like, "Well, I don't want her touching my dog ever again."
Yeah, and mind you, she hadn't even seen the dog yet, so she don't know what the dog looked like or anything.
Now, my next question would be, were we still within the time frame that they booked this appointment?
Yes,
So what's the problem?
yes,
If
because
your
the
appointment
appointment
time is
time,
2 hours, if
because she
your
to
appointment,
the 1 hour that it takes me. But I had only groomed her dog one other time. So for all she know, that 1 hour was a fluke.
so you set the standard.
I did, as I should have.
Hmm.
But if I'm sitting here telling you, hey, I got somebody working with me, groom times are going to be a little longer.
Training. Hmm. As they will be. Like you should understand that. At this point, it's just like, okay, I already got it in my mind. It may take a little longer than necessary. Um, but
And
even with that, like there's a lack of understanding. But I also feel like
but everybody want me to grow
some
and
people,
expand, but don't nobody want me to grow and expand.
right?
Because what that
Everybody
means,
want to support a black business until it's time to support a black owned business, right?
I ain't even
Um,
talking about the black part. I'm talking about the small part.
just a small, just anything, right? I think it's just like they're just finding things to nitpick and complain about sometimes, right? And to me, there's going to be those flukes and those people who are your ideal clientele off the bat. But then
Mhm.
there's going to be those that have to grow into being your ideal client because
I've had those.
they don't know how you operate. They don't know you. And it's just like they're just finding something to complain about, something to be like, oh, this is not what I expected, or whatever the case may be. And then now it's just like, all right, well, do you want to rebook or not? Like, okay. Like, I mean, there's no, the haircut. Do you like the haircut? Do you like the quality in which the haircut came out? Is your dog happy? Like, did I give you what you asked for? It may not have taken the allotted time that you expected it to be, but at the end of the day, at the end of the process, did I give you what you asked for? Which reminds me about one of my clients who literally just a few days ago, we spent so much time on this dog, detangling and combing this dog out and brushing this dog out. And mind you, these are one of those doodles that have really not coarse, but a really tight curl pattern.
Close to poodle.
Yes, like poodle was heavy in her jeans, right? And she was like, "Well, I brushed the body out. I did as much as I could, everything like that. Can we try to keep her as long as we could?" I was like, "All right, fine, fine. Y'all know me. We save here at Happy Hearts. So y'all know me. I try, and we spent hours and hours and hours on the dog. And it was just like it was one of those situations where you felt kind of slighted a little bit because it was like, they paid online, so they refused to tip. And then even when they came in, it was asked like, "Hey, do you want to tip your groomers?" Like, mind you, it was hours that we worked on this dog, and it just felt like it wasn't appreciated. Like you just paid for the service type of thing, and then that was it. But then it was like, all right, well, if you come back in the next 5, 6 weeks and the dog is matted, or even you try somewhere else, and they're definitely going to shave your dog down. But it's like I'm not I'm not expecting a tip. Thank you for paying for your service. But when you go above and beyond for somebody, like, hey, it feels good to be at least recognized or appreciated for going above and beyond for somebody, you know, especially because now it's like in the day and time that we're supposed to be trying to keep the client or wow the client, or I mean, this is how we pay our bills. At least show them like we love what we do, and we're, just show some type of appreciation. So I say my ideal clientele needs to be appreciative of the work that we put in
So you want
for
your ideal client to tip every time, every time.
I mean, at least bring us some food, something, like thank you, here's some cookies. Like I mean, I get it. I get it. It might be very expensive. I definitely get that 100%. It might be very expensive. Then at the same time, bring us some coffee, bring us a donut, bring us some cupcakes. I had a client who brought us like literally brought maybe 10 to 12. No, everybody I think had two. So I want to say it had to be like 10 or 12 nothing but cakes. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, nothing but cakes.
Mm.
Um, and we looked up how much that was. I was like, oh, wow, like that's a lot of money.
Yes.
I was like, that's a lot of appreciation, right? But even something as small as that brought joy to everybody's day, because nobody really shows appreciation for the work that you put in. And it's just like, ideally, we would love to be shown that we are appreciated and not felt like we're the help, like, no, this is we're not the help. Like this, we didn't seek you, you sought us. So at least show some type of appreciation for us. That's my thing on it. It's just like show some appreciation that, hey, I still showed up to your house. I communicated with you that wait times might be a little more. I'm actually teaching somebody. Like, you should be happy that the person that is providing this service is showing the youth and the next generation of leaders and business owners, groomers, how to do something now, as opposed to when they get 20, 25, 30 years old, you know, and I'm just like, at least I'm showing this young lady how to do this now. Like, you should be like, oh my gosh, you're giving back to the community. Like, I love you. Like, this is great. You're an amazing person. Not, oh, you're taking too long on my dog. How can I never make sure that that never happens again?
Listen.
You're not my ideal client if you
I
don't
told
appreciate
her,
what I'm doing.
but I did tell her straight up, don't book on a Saturday. Well, that's
Yeah.
the only day I have available. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like you're going to Petco.
And I don't feel bad about that. Like people will straight up say, "Well, I'm gonna go to PetSmart and I'm gonna go to Petco and I'm gonna go try somewhere else." Ooh, ooh, you will see the difference. You will see the difference, and I take pride in that. because I make sure that there is a difference between coming to my shop and going to a corporate shop or a corporate chain, you know? Um, but it's like, how do we attract those people who we want? In what way do we train the client? Because that's essentially, it's training them to understand our standard and stay with our standard.
Well, first of all, in the words of King, you got to stand on business. You got to stand
Facts.
on business.
Very
Like,
much so.
whatever your policy is, whatever your code of ethics and morals is, whatever your culture is in your shop, you got to stand on it.
Mhm.
If you saying, hey, we don't tolerate this, say that.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, they ain't gonna come back. And if they like, I guess I can deal with that, they may or may not come back.
Hmm.
And
But you
then
gotta stay on business.
your price point also will determine your clientele.
Hmm.
Because I have a lot of people who, when I raised my prices, fell off. Fine, don't care,
Hmm.
don't care. Because if you're falling off, you wasn't regular to begin with anyway. Most of the people that fell off, they was just coming once a quarter to get that shade down and go on about their business for another 3, 4 months.
Hmm.
Not the ones that pay my bills. My concern is the ones that pay my monthly bills. Those those are the clients that mean the most to me. Those are the ones that I value the most. Not all of them tip, but you know what? My prices, as long as they're paying my prices, my bills will get paid.
Hmm.
I appreciate you for booking every 4 weeks. So I don't have to think about where where the check coming from to pay the rent, where the check coming from to pay gymnastics. Because as long as I got 4 or 5 dogs on the schedule every day, it's getting paid.
Yeah.
So what happens 4 months from now, I ain't worried about because these 4 weekers, they gonna be 4 weekend.
Yeah.
So every 30 days, I know how much money is gonna be in my account. So that's all I want from the client. That ain't all I want, but
Or
bare minimum,
consistency.
right? Bare minimum. That's what I want from the client. I also don't want you to be rude to me or whoever I have working for me or
Yeah.
with me, in Sahura's case, working with me. Like I'm going to go to bat for whoever I have in my trailer with me. Because if I trust them, you should.
Facts. Like if I'm willing enough to open up my grooming protocol and system to somebody else, like you should trust them too.
Absolutely.
But there are those people who, like cats. When you remove them from a certain environment, they just get hella stressed out with any little
But
change or anything like that. We get those type of people.
that's super personal. That's super personal because there's nothing I can do about that. Go see a therapist. There's nothing I can do about that because as a business, my goal is to grow. It is to
Yeah,
expand. It's not to be in my trailer every day, all day, grooming y'all's dogs. At some point, I'm gonna want to step back, let somebody else handle that. And y'all gotta be okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, go find a new groomer. Like my go-to is always gonna be, if you're not okay with that, go find a new groomer. I'm not gonna beg you to stay when my business model is to grow, is to
yeah,
expand, is to not be in this trailer in whatever amount of years. So
right.
I get it. You like the fact that the person who answered the phone is the person that's showing up to your house, but it's not always gonna be that. And when it wasn't, I had a lot of pushback. A lot of people was like, "Who is this person on the phone?" That's who you talking to. I don't answer the phones. Deal with
Right.
it.
I have a person that's doing that for me. Like, I have to hire people to run the business. Like, why is that not understood? In order for me to grow the business and do the things that I need to do, I can't be everywhere all the time. You should have some consideration that, hey, it takes a team to run a business, not just one person.
It should be congratulations for having enough money to hire somebody. You're
Right.
feeding capitalism, okay?
You're providing jobs, keeping one more person off the street as much as you can.
That's what it should be. Congratulations for making enough money off of these dogs to be able to hire somebody.
Yeah, and that's hard. And that's hard in itself because people don't regard pet care as important. And they only regard it as important when it's convenient. And we got to get out of that mindset. Like with, the clients, the pet parents. Like, no, this is a living being. You took this pet into your life, and it is your responsibility to provide the best care for it, you know? So that means now creating a budget for your dog, getting it groomed, getting it trained, going to the vet, buying the best food for it, taking it out for exercise, entertainment. Like it's a child. You have a child. What?
Also,
You don't want to regard it as children, as a child?
hell no, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Because I
that's
got a
what
child
people do.
and I got a pet, and I don't treat them the same. I don't treat them the same. But anyway,
But but you have a rabbit.
and I treat it like
Think
a dog.
it.
And I treat it like a dog, okay? I'm a dog person. I
That
treat
is
my rabbit
not
like
the
a dog.
same.
She got a collar, okay? She know not to go in the kitchen, okay?
If Johnny had 8 apples, okay?
No, but my biggest issue, honestly, is the overweight dogs. Can we just, for just a second, I know we're running out of time, but
The overweight dogs.
because people will book and it's according to weight, but then they be like, oh, it's a Yorkie. But according to your system, the Yorkie's 35 pounds.
So you're gonna get charged at 30. You're not gonna get charged what your dog should weigh. You're gonna get charged what your dog currently weighs.
Hello. So fix it. I have told so many people, fix it.
Take your dog for a walk. Feed it the right
Stop
food.
feeding your dog table food. When you go to Chick-fil-A, your
Oh,
dog don't need two chicken nuggets out of your 10 piece.
yes, they do. Apparently.
And because you feel like they do need a two piece out the 10 piece, you're paying an additional $50 for your dog to be groomed by me.
Yeah.
That's your bad, not mine.
Because that weight definitely increases the
Baby.
price.
Cause
Okay.
my shoulders and my back be feeling that extra 20 pounds that your dog got on her.
And I just imagine how much the dog feels. Because it's not just us. I mean, imagine how much the dog feels. If you feel the 20 extra pounds, the dog feels like 50 extra pounds. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a conversation for sure. We'll bring up again and again and again. But all right. So let's see. What ways I know. Yeah, what ways can you
I ain't
attract?
always trying to find solutions to the problem. I just want to talk about a problem.
All right,
I
let's
just want
talk
to talk
about
about a
all right, all right. We're not gonna provide no solutions. We're not gonna provide no solutions then.
the Capricorn always want to fix it. We're not fixing it. That's not what shaking the table
that's
is about.
that's just how my mind works sometimes. All right. Well, either way, I had another client, right? Who we were on the phone the other day and they called and they're like, "Hey, good morning, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, good morning, how you doing?" Da, da, da. He's like, "Yes, I know that your ultrasonic teeth brushing is one price, but I have a doodle, and I was wondering, how much would it be for my doodle to get groomed?" So I said, "Cool. Well, how much does your dog weigh?" "Oh, just 60 pounds." Okay, so I look up the computer, I ask her to hold for 1 second, and deep sigh because this is information that's online. But I said, okay. So I went to go, I find the prices and everything. I was like, it's 145 for a base. And then being that it's 60 pounds, it's another $40. Being that it is over 50-pound doodle poodle mix. And she was like, base price? I was like, yes. So this is everything that is included in their full groom. They literally get everything from nose to tail. So blueberry facial, shampoo, conditioning, ear cleaning, teeth brushing, gland expression, nails, everything, right? Full body, everything. And then for poodles and doodles, we upgrade their shampoos because sometimes they need it. They need the extra detangling and whatever the case, right? So I explained all of this to her. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be the 145 plus $40 plus the 75 for the deep cleaning. And just hung up. Just hung up. Just hung up after that. No, thank you. No, okay. I appreciate the information. Like
That's rude
it
as
was it
hell.
was given like, all right, I'm gonna try to argue. Oh, no, mind you, and then what she says too, it's just a puppy. Like, no, she says it's just a puppy. It's just I just want a puppy cut
I
on
don't
him.
care
Like
how old your dog is. 60 pounds. You don't get to use the
I
word puppy no more.
yeah, no, not for no, yeah, exactly. So I just want a puppy cut. He's 60 pounds and is a doodle. And I'm supposed to give you like I don't know what the goal of the conversation was. But even stuff like that, that weans out who your ideal person is because I don't want to have to deal with somebody who does that over the phone. Like just over the phone. You don't know me verbatim. Like I could have called you back and been like, hey, the call got dropped. You know, I could have been real petty. But I was like, that already rubbed me the wrong way. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just leave it alone because I gotta exercise emotional intelligence and I got other dogs that I need to finish. But it was just like just a call your service provider or service somebody that you're interested in and just hang up on them. Like, no, don't even finish the conversation, just hang up on me. And I was just like, that's crazy. Like people are wicked in this world.
These mother fluffers ain't got no respect.
No home training. None. Not one. So I was just like, that, I don't know. But either way, I was like, I need to figure out who we need to attract. Because I was thinking about it earlier, like you said, with us increasing the price, yeah, that attracts your person, but it also attracts entitled people too. And you could be stuck on that end with all these people who like, well, I'm paying $200, $300 for this groom. Expect this. And then you're
I
sitting there
prefer
like,
that over the people who,
hang up in your face when you give them a price.
yeah. You don't need to be taking phone calls if Shan ain't in the building first and foremost. Like,
No,
Shan ain't
absolutely.
in the building, it need to be going straight to voicemail. Shan will deal with it on Monday.
Yeah. I don't like, yeah, because whoo,
There's a reason you hired her to do it.
I know she was out that day.
I know.
But it was just like, what people like, yeah, please, like, I'm sorry. Okay, let
Triggered
it go.
all over again.
Let it go. Let it go. Let go and let God. Somebody's gonna shut
Trying to
that
get
dog
Wayne to
down.
cuss, y'all. Like, he ain't cussed in all these episodes. I'm waiting on it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, give me a topic that'll really mat my fur, okay? Make me boil. Uh, all right. Well, what's last thing you got? What's one last thing you got to add on to this thing
As a
before
closing
we?
statement,
Yes.
man, I think we all just want better clients. I mean, that's not to say that all the clients that we have are terrible, because somebody will watch this and be like, "Oh my God,
You're talking
Lisa's
about me.
our clients was garbage," and I didn't say that shit. Shut up.
I ain't say it either. Okay, I have some really amazing clients.
But
Okay, I didn't
yeah,
say it.
and the clients who know, okay, like. Y'all know I mess with y'all the long way. The clients that I really like, I sit and I talk with. I be late to my next appointment because I be talking to y'all.
Mhm.
I don't have no problem fixing grooms if you're not happy with it. Like, I do, in my opinion, what I'm supposed to do to keep my clients happy.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I don't like y'all. But what I am saying is that some of y'all could be better.
Good. Good. Look, I agree. I 100% agree. And same, like I've only made it this far because of my clientele, and I'm never going to take that away from anybody, right? I made it this far because of the clientele that we have. And I truly appreciate all of the clients that we do have, but at the same time, there are those who make it difficult being who we are for this company. So, like clients who expect too much or have this false sense of reality or feel entitled or oh, I've been here for X amount of time, so I demand this or I expect this, and or just there's so many people or will say whatever they want to say, do whatever they want to do, and don't care about the person that they're saying it to. And I'm like, we're all human at the end of the day, but it's just like have some couth, okay? What your grandma ain't teach you to have some coof? Have some coof. Okay. We are just doing our best as adults. And as adults, we still don't even know what we're doing.
We
But
can talk about grandmas
we doing our best.
because
I'm doing my
some
best.
some grandmas ain't old enough, some grandmas not active enough, and
True.
some grandmas was racist. Okay.
That's very true. But that's that's another day, another topic. No.
So maybe that
Um,
grandma didn't teach them no cool.
they probably did. But at least learn some coof somewhere. Okay. Type in coof and learn it. Learn some cool. All right. But this has been another beautiful episode of Shaking the Table. Um, Come on, y'all. We consideration, consistency, and communicate. That's all we need from y'all. And that's it. So type in, well, share, subscribe, follow, first of all. And also comment. Like, what are some of the things that your ideal clientele needs to keep you as the provider? Because at the end of the day, they need us. We need them, but we don't need everybody.
I'm mad you backpedaled on that. You should have stood on that.
Well, we do need them. Well, we just don't need everybody. We need the people who are for us, who respects us, who considerates us, is very considerate of our lifestyle and our work and bring value to our lives. And that's really it. But yeah, till next time. Peace.